everyone, this is Sarah. Welcome to my kitchen. On today's recipe is another Afghan cuisine, the very popular kabob. Kabob is from red meat. Anyone can make this kabob, but the important part to this is the marination. So today I'll show you how to marinate your red meat for the kabob. So let's take a look at the recipe. For the kebab recipe, here I'm using about 2 pounds of red meat. The best way to shop for your red meat when it comes to kebab, there's two types of names that you need to ask your butcher shop store. One is the sirloin meat and the other one is tenderloin meat. So either one of them, they're very good, and there's very soft meat to shop when it comes for kebabs. You don't want anything that's not going to be soft when you make the kebab. And as well as we need some 4 garlic cloves, 1 medium onions, 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, about 1 whole lime. Try to use lime, not lemon, because lemon is sweet, so lime is, we need the sourness, and salt, black pepper, and I have here is a different mixture of kebab spice or barbecue spice. You can buy this masala from any store. It's basically Sean product. Any type of kebab barbecue you can see on this packet, buy that. So let's go to the marination of this kebab. Now for the marination of kebab, the important part is the onions. We need the juice or the liquid of onions, and the best way to get the liquid is to shred it. That's the best way. So I cut them into 2, and I'm gonna start shredding this. The onions are ready now, and I'm also gonna need some garlic here. Now with the meat that you're gonna shop with, which I mentioned the name, if you can't remember the name for the meat, you can also ask your butcher shop local store, tell them you're making kebab, you need the right meat for it. So make sure they're small pieces, and at home I also like to slice them a little bit so then I can have all the marination nicely absorb inside the meat. So you just slice them a few places here, not too much. Once you had a chance to slice the meat as much as you can, add the garlic and the onion mixture. The garlic and onion that I added here, what does that do? It helps the meat to get more tender. Then add your lime juice, vinegar, so vinegar is there. Add your kebab masala or the spice, and salt is to your own taste. So I'm going to start with 1 teaspoon of salt and about 1.5 teaspoon of black pepper. Black pepper is really important in this mixture, and mix everything well. Once you mix everything well, cover the top and let this rest for about an hour if you're going to cook it the same day. But the best flavor to get is to marinate this a night before. But today for my show I'm going to let this rest for at least an hour and put it in the fridge because it has onions to it, and we'll go from there. It's been an hour or so that I had this in my fridge for the marination. So like I mentioned, you can marinate this a night before so everything gets absorbed properly, but for today's show I'm just marinating it for about an hour. Mix this well. Now this is ready for you guys to do a barbecue, or you can cook this on your charcoal. Since I live in an apartment, they don't allow us to do barbecue. I'll show you guys a different way to make this at home. So I'm gonna make this kebab right on my oven, but before that I'm gonna show you guys how you can saute this. I'm gonna saute the kebab first. I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of oil. Make sure your heat is on a low, and now you're gonna add the kebabs in this. I have put my heat back to medium from low. Now I'm just gonna saute this for about 6 to 8 minutes only. I'm using a big round my pizza baking sheet here, and I've covered it with aluminum foil. Now you can see that it's about 6 to 8 minutes that I have it sauteed in the oil, and because of onions it gives a lot of liquid, so just remove the meat and save the liquid if you can, and just put it on your baking sheet. I had my oven on 350 degree preheated. You're gonna place this in the middle somewhere, and we're gonna leave this until it gets baked for about good 20 minutes or so, but I'm gonna check in between. I need something to spray on top, so I'm gonna take about 1 tablespoon of oil here. I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of the again the barbecue mix or the kebab mix, a little bit of black pepper, and just a little bit of turmeric powder, and just mix this well and keep it aside. Now I don't want this to get dry, I want it to be moist, so I'm going to take the remaining liquid that I request you guys to keep it aside and just apply on top and put it back in the oven. After another 10 minutes, now that it absorbs all the flavors of the marination, I'm going to apply the oil, and then we're going to leave it for another 15 to 10 minutes until the meat gets tender, then this will be ready. With the second time of the marination, make sure you bring your heat low to 300 degrees. Now the moist Afghan kebab is ready to be served. And here is our homemade Afghan kebab. Of course, this will taste wonderful if you're gonna barbecue this, but for those of you like me who departments don't allow the barbecue, you can cook this at home just the way I showed. It is delicious, smells awesome, and I'm serving this with my green homemade chutney. You can serve this with homemade salad, fries, your favorite type of pickles. I have showed you guys in many of my recipes how to make this green chutney. If you still want to know, just inbox me on my YouTube channel or Facebook. Other than that, I hope you guys get a chance to try this delicious Afghan kebab. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks a lot.